Right. Now, the point about the Comcast girl or the girl in the salon ain't simply, right, that I had sex with her or not, though I could have, though I might have wanted to, right? But it still don't mean I did. I'm saying that too, but how do you know? See, because if you came into the store, who are you and why don't I remember you, right? I know the girl called herself Michelle, right? I know she was doing my nails and started with the pedicure first, right? And that we were going through the normal procedures, right? And in my mind, I thought the women were picking on her and made her nervous to even do me, right? Because I might have been her first male customer. I don't know why, right? And I was trying to let her know that I wasn't there to just try and get or hook up with her. Now the question is, how do you know what me and her did or didn't do if you're not her? You're not saying you're the girl. Are you? No. But you could be stalking me to where the girl thought to help you, she would have to have sex with me. Not me, wanting to have sex with her or not. I didn't know who she was. Right? But if you know she's 15 and she told me she was 37, that's called entrapment. Right? The difference between entrapment is, right, I'm not trying to get her in trouble for working in her dad's store at 15, right? Though I'm talking about it, I wasn't referring to anyone I knew actually doing that, right? Right. Because again, I don't know nobody working in the salon who's underage, right? So that's one of the things you might would ask one of the women there. Her age, her status, is she married, da-da-da-da-da, right? If you like her a little bit, right? But again, to get me in trouble, see, the girl would have to go with me into the bathroom and have sex with me, right? Otherwise, I'm just another customer, right? She can't ban me for the store, I know, or her dad, right? I guess, right? Unless I did something wrong. And you know what it was. If I went into the bathroom with her, she went in there voluntarily, right? I didn't coerce her. I just asked her, right? And she said yes, when I thought she was 37 as well. Mm-hmm. Right? Now, if someone is reverse stalking me, what that means is they knew she was 15. But because she was worried her dad would get in trouble, she told me she was 37. See? But the person setting it up ain't me, but the other person who knew she was 15 and knew she wasn't supposed to be working in the store, right? And the reason is simply put, she's not certified, right? And she can't get certified until she's 16 or 17, and she's also not emancipated from her dad, right? If it's his store, idiot. Now, all that means is, if she didn't have a certificate, she can observe people doing the nails and learn how to do it, but she can't legally do it until she's certified. Right? Exactly. Now, same with the Comcast girl, if I don't remember what happened with her either, and someone close to me is stalking me, right? They would know that a female pulled up in my yard and was knocking on the door if they have a camera or something and are observing it, right? But they're not supposed to do that because that's them being a peeping Tom, right? Or a peeping Betty, right? Or Biddy, right? And not minding her own damn business, right? For one, right? All I know that happened there is I lost 15 to 20 minutes of time when she came by. But I also knew, right, to expect her around that time, right? But what I don't know is why I don't remember her knocking on the door or normal things that I would have heard her do, right? So again, right, I'm only telling you a hypothetical of what I would do if she came into the house or not, right? Now, usually, alright, I put on my pants before I open the door, my shorts or whatever, right? And I already had a shirt on, right? Now, the problem comes in when and why I was blacked out, right? So either someone thought we were having sex and we didn't, but knocked on the door, but then tried to make it look like I did something with her, right? But she would know that too, though that would make her run off either way. See, if I don't remember what happened, I'm just guessing, right? And I told you that with the salon as well. I'm guessing what happened, but I don't know. But this is what I'm thinking. Could explain all that happened, right? Now, I no more wanted, right? And that's what I think went on with the salon anyway. The girl thought I would get her and her dad in trouble, right? Because the person stalking me went in there first, right? And see, that's how reverse stalking works. You go into a store before I do, knowing I might go into that store, no. And then you make it look like I'm following you when I just live in the same neighborhood as you. Right. That's what's going on in this episode of SVU 2, except the guy may really be a rapist, right? But this is called futility, right? And a man accused of rape becomes a formidable opponent when he decides to handle his own defense, right? Right. Now, the problem is, I didn't just stick around, right? I lost time, right? I went there before 3 o'clock for a reason, right? And got there a little after 2 for a reason, right? I know my timeline, right? What I don't know is why I was there an extra hour. And I'm just telling my doctors about it. Why? Because I don't know what's going on. And I do have head trauma from the wreck and the fall. Now, who it is, I can only guess, right? But, again, right, Rose Thomas Barbie's ex-wife still lives across the road from me, right? So she got rid of his cameras, right? But again, what's he doing with the cameras, right? I don't know, right? And see, if I don't know who's doing this to me, I can only suggest who it could be, right? Like I told you anyway, But I could have ran into someone who went out to Christian Fellowship Church, but got screwed by them, right? Literally or figuratively, I don't know, right? Which, right? But again, right? Pastor Davis was the one who would talk about it okay to masturbate, and then Pastor Bram would be the one to tell us we could masturbate with each other, right? And he worked at the center, right? or the fellowship center, or the fellowship hall, whatever you want to call it, right? And again, where we would play pool, play games, play stuff to get away from the base, right? Right. Now the pastor, like I told you, and another dude when I was at Waukegan made a move on me. One tried to take a shower with me, which I politely declined and said no. The pastor himself, like I said, when I was kind of by myself, right? And I guess he was going to his office or something, right? And no one was there to see it, right? That's another reason I didn't hit him when he did what he did, right? I know there are no witnesses, right? But me and him. And I figured that could be what his game plan was with other guys, but they hit him. Right? Now, I can't prove it, but this isn't hearsay, right? Hearsay is if I tell someone else and then they tell you like they're me. It's like Chris Walker doing my autobiography, right? It's really a biography then, right? But he did it as a ghostwriter, kind of. Because I couldn't even do a book, right? So he did his version of my life for me, and anything he said was just being talked about with the person on YouTube. It's not that it actually happened, right? Especially talking about masturbating to her in a dream.